Welcome to Cheddar, I'm Britt Terrell. In 2017, e-commerce giant Amazon unleashed a campaign where cities and towns across the US and Canada submitted bids for its HQ2. The winning city will play host to the new Amazon headquarters. But with the now narrowed list of 20 prime locations, some locals are expressing discontent at what could lead to higher taxes and a rise in their cost of living. But if your city is not chosen by Amazon, another tech behemoth is following in its footsteps. Apple made a similar announcement with the release of its latest earnings report. The company will choose a location for its second headquarters later this year. And America's not running on Dunkin', at least not in the last quarter of 2017. Shares of Dunkin' brands dipped after U.S. same-store sales failed to beat estimates. The stock fell more than 3% Tuesday despite fourth quarter results that surpassed expectations. The company said that sales growth was fueled by its breakfast sandwiches, iced coffee, and donut sales. Fast food brands like McDonald's, Burger King, and Starbucks, they put pressure on the company to expand its menu and its digital presence. In the last few months alone, it's focused on its beverage offerings and ramped up online ordering. And Elon Musk, he's probably feeling good about his last 24 hours. After a successful launch of the Falcon Heavy, now the world's most powerful rocket, the installation of the world's largest lithium-ion battery has saved the Australian economy millions. Tesla vowed to revolutionize energy in the nation, including the way it's produced, sold, and stored. Analysts are estimating that Tesla's bid into the Australian energy market could save around $3 million. Good news for both investors and consumers. But can the car company become profitable? That remains to be seen. Tesla releases earnings today after the bell. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Cheddar. I'm Britt Terrell, and I'm joined here this evening by Barbara Abel. She's a talent coach, a businesswoman, and author. You've done so many things, so thank you so much for joining us. I want to talk to you a bit about, because Cheddar has this big event tomorrow, or this big day of shows that are about women and celebrating women. And you've had quite a long career in media and in entertainment. Tell me a little bit at first about just how you got started in the business.
I got started in the business the same way a lot of people do, was through internships.
Wow, okay. Me too.
And I started in the music business, but I have to, which was great. And I was the first college intern, American college intern at Virgin Records in the UK.
Awesome.
Which was an amazing, amazing experience. And I loved it. And
how did you end up, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. How did you end up in the UK? Like, I've never gone abroad for an internship.
It's funny, I found a college program that at the time was what they were famous for.
Awesome.
My school did not have an overseas program, so you had to search for, and I found one that had internships. I don't even know, looking back, like how I knew to ask, but I did. And it's funny, and my best friend to this day, we were roommates, and she's a music business attorney in Los Angeles.
That's amazing. Yeah, I was, that's very cool.
Yeah,
like I was
talking about off camera about
we were,
that we make life,
and there's something about this business that, like, the friends that you make, at least in my experience and seemingly in yours too, where they're the friends that, like, at the start of your careers, I guess, because it is such a unique industry. But you were saying earlier that you started out in music, and again, you know, tomorrow we're going to be talking about all kinds of things. We're going to be celebrating women, but we're going to be talking about the issues that women face at home, but in their careers. One thing that's been happening, at least in 2017, was this emergence of, like, the Me Too campaign and Time's Up. Hollywood really made this movement famous and brought it to center stage this last year. But the Grammys happened a couple weeks ago, and you know, it kind of felt like they were kind of slow to get going with this. You know, the head of the Academy said something to the lines of women needed to step up. From your experience in the music industry, why does it seem like, even separated from Hollywood and film, why does it seem like they're slower to respond to the issues that women face in the business?
I've really been thinking a lot about this. You know, one thing, actually, there hasn't been a Ronan Farrow to step up and want to tell this story.
Right.
And the music business is very male. The Grammys this year, you know, not having Lorde perform.
True. Yeah. So, you know, my last question for you then is, Me Too, Time's Up, these are hashtags, right? They you know, you wear roses on the red carpet, you wear pins. So there are some people that I guess are a little bit concerned that this could be just a trend, right? Like, do you think that this is a trend, or do you think that this is actually a change in culture, and that women are only going to be able to push forward and move forward, or do you worry that this is just like another trend on social media that will end up
I do give
going
this
quiet?
a lot of thought. I lean towards the optimistic.
Okay.
And I have a 21-year-old daughter, and one of the things that has knocked me out, and really sort of impressed me and inspired me, was my generation coming up in the music business, and it was brutal.
Yeah.
Was we just accepted a lot, and it's the same way you hear about women in the restaurant business.
It's true.
Right?
Yep. Very sexist. A friend of mine worked in it, and she experienced these types of things way before you heard about them in the media.
Right. And so it was horrible, but we shrugged.
Right.
We're just like, if I want to be in it, it's the cost of being here.
Yep.
It's never going to change. And now
Okay.
we have all these really brave women who stepped up and just it's critical mass and said it's going to change, and we're starting to question things. And so I liken it to any movement, and it's not. And so yes, it's going to be a generation or two. I mean, I grew up in when the civil rights movement was really strong, and so I'm still shocked.
Wow.
That I was like, we're still having this conversation?
Yes.
We were taking back the night when I was in college.
Right.
And I was like, wait, we're still having this conversation? So that's been an eye-opener. So yes, it does take time. But the fact is that people are like, we're going to be heard.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the difference now, is that there are enough advocates and people we're going to be heard. I'm excited about it. Barbara, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's Barbara Abel, talent coach, author, joining us with Cheddar. Thanks so much. Thank you.